teleport here. We got 2 forges down here to use. Now I need to upgrade. I thought I got this. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Small forge. We are upgrading his helmet. Okay. Well, this is going to be a lot of back and forth, I think. Because now, this helmet, I have another slot here. Three more armor is going to give me thorns. Right. Let's do that. Okay, let's also... We can only make level 4 adamantine. So I cannot make level 5 gear. So let's go back here. I still don't feel like I got all the enchants, did I? I don't think I got all the enchants. Like head armor. Is there not a level 2 and level 3? Same with hands. Maybe there's no level 2, level 3. Feet, same thing. Shield has a level 3. Rings have a level 3. Amulets only have a level 1. Okay. Alright, let's go back into the tower. Can I only upgrade to purple? Yeah, purple's the highest I can upgrade to. Okay, so I need to figure out what I want to upgrade, first of all. Chest or glove? But we're going to be doing a lot of back and forth here. So in terms of enchantments, the chest, okay, the hand has increases attack speed by 15, and the feet okay, the rings, the ring might be nice. So if we do this, increase health by 15. Let's enchant that ring. Can can also item forge this ring for I want 10 health. 1 life would give us 1 life would give us that and resistance. So we're at 33 void, 2190 health. $21.90. $21.90. So let's item forge this for life. And then if we go back, 2206 still. Oh, it doesn't do void. So that might have not been the best option, but that's okay. Still more life. We're gonna do movement speed. Or we're gonna do health regen. I'm thinking health regen. Alright, if we do this. Health regen +1. Let's do that. And then maybe some more armor. Armor helps thorns, so look at these gloves. Void resistance. That's what we want. Straight up just void resistance. 17%. All elemental resistance. Let's go with another armor. I don't think that would give void though. Just go max health on that. Do another mastery. Let's do another mastery. And probably movement speed. Okay. Is that everything? No. We have the pants and this ring still. Alright. What do we want to do for the pants? Void resistance. All the way. another life. Do a health regen. Another life. Should we do mana regen? I mean, it's got 2. Or should we do health regen still? Probably still health regen. Okay. So, enchant, chest armor, or regenerative oils, or hand armor. Either one of those. Back into here. I think this will be the tank's last upgrade. I think it needs to be I feel like it should be the chest. The chest isn't a level 5 upgrade. Do we even have... do have level 5 chests. So probably dumped. This is actually better. Other than the health regen. Well, we're gonna be here for a minute. Okay. Blacksmith. Item forge. So this one? No. Should be this one. Alright, void resistance. What does he have for void resistance? He's at 45. Do another void resistance. So let's wear that. Tower. And then let's upgrade this. Okay. Now, back to the item forge. We're almost 0.1 health regen. I think that's what we should go with. And then let's enchant this. Chest armor with regenerative oils. still don't have an enchant on this yet. Okay. Enchant the amulet. Titan Spirit. $24.11. Good gracious. 45.2 health regen. Wow. Okay. He is pretty decked out. So let's do something real quick. If I save right here, turn to game, I can return to the city, but I don't. But let's go. Let's go see what I need for this. You watch as your champions turn to face you with a look of great surprise on their faces. It is strange to no longer feel their thoughts and senses. Cain is quick to cover his heart with his hand and bow his head. My lord, it is good to see you. The bottom of the tower awaits. But how did ye all the way down here? The crystal throne has more power than you can imagine, my friend. So what did you need me for? Or could you only teleport to where I was at? The energy of the barrier sends swirling patterns of light swimming across your champions as they stand before it. Boron cautiously places his massive hands against the translucent wall. When the field does no harm, he shoves with all his strength. The frostling's effort has no effect other than to cause the swirling patterns to condense around his hands. We have no means to penetrate this. I don't understand. I thought we already disabled the barrier to reach Proteus. Nay, sister, the barriers you breached to disable the tower avatar were not of my doing. This one, however, is. The barrier before your champion flickers for a moment, then vanishes. Now that the last of you has arrived, come, join me. The throne room is near. Tear in the fabric of space and time, a portal that leads not to another world or dimension, but an endless void of cold, dark nothingness. The party trembles with the jarring realization that the hovering black abyss is indeed the realm of the Organte. Though it seems impossible to peer through the ebony veil, a longer glance into the back reveals dark shapes twisting and contorting. Countless bodies and distorted faces, rolling and merging into one another, separating back into many, an entire race of beings existing without end or beginning. Motions that speak of agony or ecstasy, you watch captivated, unable to turn away, as if every lingering second beckoned a secret truth, the means to your enemy's defeat. Moments later, the searing pain behind your eyes, overwhelming nausea in your stomach, and irresponsible feelings of hatred snap you back to your senses. You haven't been the only one watching. The Organte focus their ravenous appetites on you and your companions, the weight of their desire nearly bringing you to your knees. Rise up. Stand strong. Look not to the darkness, my friends. For you few, you mighty eight, are the last light of Artara, and before the day ends, the Organte will fear its brilliance. The voice is a familiar one. Resolved to end this quest, you and your champions turn away from the darkness and move toward the voice. Proteus, at long last, our long journey is at the end. Come, friends. Wait, your grace, it may not be safe. Oh, we're doing this. Anxious to catch up with the ancient engineer, your party rushes forward. Boldly pouring into the room, you nearly trample the young woman who has stopped frozen, staring forward intently. Your entire party stands within a grand oval chamber, staring at the sight before you in complete awe and terror. What can only be described as an explosion of darkness frozen in time lies hovering in midair above the center of the chamber. A geyser of black ink caught in a chaotic web of blazing bright energy. The longer you stare, the more some sort of bulbous, ebony creature trying to claw its way out of the ink comes into focus. In a short distance, a weathered man, garbled in the flowing robes of a magi, stands before a massive crystal throne, a far grander version than the one you yourself sat in just moments ago. Face full of concentration and contempt as he holds his left arm outstretched above his head. There's a thin, almost invisible line connecting his body to a web of energy surrounding the explosion of darkness. Have you ever witnessed anything like it? Nay, friend Frohe, I don't even understand what I'm looking at. An explosion cannot just sit there. Be glad that it does, Rune Lord. I suspect little of this chamber would survive if it did not. Eric steps closer towards the darkness, his face drawn in fear. We may yet find out if your claim is accurate, Whisper. Whatever it is before us is not frozen in time, merely slowed. My elvish sight allows me to see the darkness creeping forward and the currents of energy pulsing around it. Brother, what has happened here? Do not lament, sister. Though my strength wanes, the Organte portal before you poses no harm to me, nor shall I allow it to harm you or your friends. Kayla steps toward her brother, but his face does not move in the slightest. His voice, comes from behind, turning to alleviate her confusion. The ancient engineer stands before you, staring into your eyes in complete shock. You see the glow of your own eyes reflecting in hers. You hear the voice in your head. Before you speak the words, any struggle is useless. You are powerless to resist them. As much as I wish I could embrace you with my own arms, my body is bound by the same temporal magic that holds the invaders at bay. To release myself is to release the Organte into our world. You raise your hand, caressing the top of Kayla's ear, a familiar gesture as if done 1,000 times before. My dear, dear sister, you were never meant to be here. The suspension pod was to protect you for 12 generations. I have failed you. Why? Why did you keep me there, when I am perfectly fine? It was for your own good. It was never supposed to end like this. End like what? What's going on, Proteus? Talk to me. Behind the ancient engineer, Boron, Whisper, and Rakim take note of large crystal formations lurking in the shadows of the chamber, encased within each a fully clothed human body, all posed in positions of defiance and self-defense. Yo, is that a kid? Oh man. You step past your sister towards the three. They are the ones that have come before you, Lord, I now possess. They're the ones that come before your Lord I now possess. All held much promise, but none sufficed. So you killed them? Murder is too strong a word. They were sacrificed for the greater good. You look to each of your champions watching on, their faces distorted in distrust and disgust, all save Whisper, who drifts slowly beneath the explosion, frozen in time, above towards Proteus and his crystal throne. By my own eyes, I bear witness. As much as it grieves me to admit it, the prophecy of the Six is true. What's that you speak of, Your Excellency? In the end days, in the dying light, Six will stand godlike might. All will fall, yet none will fail. On their hallowed names, our Taro will prevail. Whisper form dissolves into a burst of black vapors. In the blink of an eye, a shadowy mass appears before Proteus' throne. As the mystic's body returns to flesh, an ebony dagger appears in her hand. She plunges the blade toward Proteus's throat. Deceiver, destroyer, the Queen of Shadows denies you your triumph. Just before the blade pierces Proteus's chest, a hand of metal grabs Whisper's wrist. Have you lost your mind? He is my brother. Proteus's eyes shift towards his sister and the mystic. His lips barely move. So begins the end. Oh. With a tower-shaking thunderclap, time returns to normal, allowing the dark portal hovering above to complete its explosion. The eruption throws everyone in the chamber to the floor, sliding them hard into the far walls. Weakened and struggling for balance, Proteus rises to his feet first, his body sparkling with fragments of bright blue energy. Stunned, you and your champions each rise in turn. Finding your own selves similarly enveloped with crackling blue energy. A deafening roar and tremendous gust fills the chamber as a geyser of pitch-black liquid-like substance gushes from above the chamber floor. The dark matter disappears into the far wall as if the wall itself is nothing but an illusion. As the dark eruption flows, purple bursts of energy appear announcing the arrival of the Organte. You and your champions slowly retreat and regroup, and watch as giant black embryonic masses spill through the portal. The shadow forms quickly take hold of the disgusting organic heaps, then disappear in a flash of purple light. The process repeats, the Organte clearly aware of your presence, but simply uninterested. You waste no time checking on Kane, Maeve, and the others. While much of the chamber has been destroyed by the explosion, amazingly, you and your champions, as Proteus promised, are unharmed. What can we do, my lord? You've got to try and stop it. You cannot stop the inevitable. Proteus struggles to stand, stepping toward the gush of flow of black, seemingly mesmerized by the horrific sight, while the Magus stands distracted. A large purple glow flashes out, leaving in its wake a behemoth shadow construct, something much larger and completely unlike anything your champions have faced. The shadow immediately turns from the portal and approaches your party. Its eyes trailing long wisps of crimson energy, the creature opens its mouth, letting loose a growl-like moan. Proteus stumbles before the construct and raises his hand to halt its approach. Though the Magus can barely hold his hand outstretched, his voice is powerful and clear. Back. These 7 are with me. The shadow construct pauses, looks for a long moment at Proteus, then begins to turn back. Without warning, the abomination of darkness whips around and shoves Proteus down, hurling him across the floor. Coming to a rest a few feet away from you, the Magus looks to you and tries to rise. His body still weakened from his time on the crystal throne, he calls to you in your mind, asking for aid. Without second thought, you rush to his side and help him to his feet. As you do so, you look back to see the behemoth construct converging on your champions. And we're gonna die. Alright. So, Void will not do any good. But he zeroed everything else. Well, let's give it a try and see if we survive. We didn't min-max our gear, but the tank's the only one we min-maxed.